what we are doing here, like a Bitcoin mining, is like gold mining. You know, mining on a large scale, getting this gold out into the people. You know, that's. I think it's good comparable. What is gold? What's the value of gold? Nothing. On electronic parts, there's some value. No practical. What's Bitcoin? It's the same. Simply the same. I was asked this a couple of times before, what's the impact globally on this Bitcoin mining? But I give you one example. When you take your credit card, go to a counter and slot in the credit card into the teller machine, what happens? How many processes and how much energy is wasted doing this? It's the same when you do an internet research. You type in a question in the browser. How much energy is needed for that? So this is the same global impact.
Iceland has basically all the ingredients that Bitcoin miners and other high-performance computing companies require. It has the abundance of green electricity, it has the cold climate, and it is located in a fairly secure location. Cold climate plays a vital role when it comes to the cooling of the equipment. High-performance computing, such as Bitcoin, requires an immense amount of power, and that power derives from it a substantial amount of heat. We can utilize the cold climate, the constant wind that we sometimes face in Iceland, to provide for natural free cooling into the equipment and into the data centers, making it less expensive for the companies to drive the machines.
Under normal circumstances, companies that are creating value in Iceland pay a certain amount of tax to the government as a way of giving back to society for having access to these resources and this value. And these companies aren't doing that, and we might want to ask ourselves whether they should. Question about how useful Bitcoin is. So when you run any kind of manufacturing plant, there's always a end product, something that has some kind of value that justifies the, to some extent, the environmental impact that the production has. We can argue about whether each instance is justified, but there's always a product at the end. With Bitcoin, we're spending tens or maybe even hundreds of megawatts on producing something that has no tangible existence, has no real useful purpose for humans outside of the realm of financial speculation.